Yo, 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 Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to the Rooted in Music TV podcast. Oh man, music lovers, I have another bomb episode for y'all. But before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Y'all hit that notification bell so you know when I am dropping. And if you would like to support your independent artist, your boy, me, moi, Cash App $ Michael US. Do not want to go to any of the major labels because they are rubbing their artists down with baby oil and they don't walk right when they wake up in the morning. Lord have mercy. Paul Wall claims on the Breakfast Club that he didn't know that he was white until middle school, until he was about 13, 14. Up until, I don't think it really mattered because he believes he's black, but up until the age of 14, he thought he was black. Like, or nobody really broke it down to him and say, you are a white man, Paul, I need you to put on a suit. I need you to go to Notre Dame. I need you to at least a 3.5 and graduate from Notre Dame or Stanford. And I need you to run a Fortune 500 company. I need you to make the lives of the minorities a living hell. I need you to own prisons. I need you to get familiar with stocks and bonds and real estate. Paul Wall ain't do that. Paul Wall goes straight to the Swisher House and got him a grill. He didn't know he was white until somebody came along. And I bet they were in Houston, so they had to have been a KKK member. It had to have been a KKK member. I'm actually baffled because he reminds me of Clinton Bigsby, this fictional character that Dave Chappelle portrayed when he had his show, The Chappelle Show. When all his life he thought he was white and he was riding for the KKK cause, the KKK agenda, the KKK mission and movement harder than any white man out there in the woods. They promoted him to the Grand Master, the Grand Wizard, the highest level of racism that you can reach. And what made it so funny, all the racial slurs, because I guarantee if he said that shit today, he would have been canceled. But I think Dave Chappelle was canceled back then too. Nobody just want to talk about it. But towards the end of the skit, there was like, show your face. All the racist rednecks that be sleeping with their sisters. Got a second grade education. And they're only good for, terrorizing black folk. Show us your face. And Dave Chappelle had a sheet on. Like I said, he was running at KKK, not knowing he was black. Show us your face. And Dave Chappelle responded, y'all want to see my face? They said, yeah, show us your face. Dave Chappelle said, y'all really want to see my face? And then this racist white woman in the back, show us your face. And so Dave Chappelle took off his hood. And when the entire KKK clan, that entire rally, saw that it was a black man under the sheet, it was a black man who was spearheading the movement. It was a black man who was coming up with different ways to terrorize black folks. It was a black man who poured his heart, mind, and soul into making black people's lives a living hell, leading white men to supremacy. When they saw it was a black man, y'all want to see my face? He pulled off his hood, and two of the people in the back, their heads exploded. The entire skit, that was a treasure. That skit will go down in history. And Paul Wall reminded me of Dave Chappelle growing up thinking he white and he growing up thinking he black, because in America there's a fascination with trash. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've grown so much, and you gotta call it. I gotta call it how I see it. Anything that's ghetto, anything that's destructive, anything that's not right, anything that's evil, anything that makes society uncomfortable, anything that's just trash, they associated with black folk. Anything that's ashy, don't take care of our kids, um, just violent, ashy, don't want to put our money together. We are retarded, in the eyes of the world. We are monkeys. I don't know about the blacks in the UK. I don't know about the blacks in France. I don't know about the our African brothers and sisters, because they look. I don't know who white people have painted such a negative image of Africans and blacks. It's not even funny. The worst of the worst. And then when blacks and Africans stand up, they kill us. Isn't that amazing? When we try to change the narrative, when we stand up for ourselves, look what they did to Africa. When nation by nation stood up against the liberals in America and the Western civilization, all the liberals tried to get the African men to go up in each other's butt. They say, hey, you guys need to adopt this lifestyle of grown men going up in grown men's butt, or young men growing up in young men's butt, or old men going up in young men's butt. Africa was not for the butt play. Especially Kennedy. They told Barack Obama, instead of giving Africans food and weapons to fight terrorists, instead of giving them the necessary military intelligence so they can go search for the little girls that have been kidnapped, instead of dumping off aid to build infrastructure and bring medicine to Africa, the only thing they brought to Africa was an agenda to force Africans to accept the LGBTQ lifestyle. It was out of all the wonderful things they could have done for Africa to enhance and improve Africa, they brought dildos over there. Dildos and lube to Africa and told the African nations, if you don't accept this lifestyle, we're not gonna give you no goddamn money. Think about how evil these people are, right? So they don't. And when going back to my point, when blacks, Africans, we all black. When black folk stand up, they poo-poo on us. They shame on you for loving God and not involving children and men into this lifestyle that causes confusion to society. Think about that. How come Africa wasn't praised in Western civilization? Paul Wall opened up a can of worms when he said he thought he was black until the age of 14 when he was in middle school. A negative image. So what I'm saying is, anything that's trash, this image that has been placed on black folk, America has a fascination with trash. This is why a lot of white folks, they feel guilty about being successful. There's a lot of success guilt in white neighborhoods. Let me tell you something, white folks. any successful person, but especially you white folks, and this is a nigga talking. You a damn fool if you're gonna feel guilty for having stuff and other people don't. If your family worked hard and gave you an inheritance, that's what they supposed to do. Because let me tell you something, poor people, they don't know what an inheritance is if it kicked them in a black ashy ass. There's a lot of black folks doing good, but there's a lot of black folks that are just retarded. No, seriously, retarded. They need help. Our people need help. Something is deeply wrong with our folks. What other group of people shame themselves? This started with black folks. It goes back. See, Paul Wall, you about to get. Let's dive into this. Let's get this first point. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. I gotta get my notebook because Paul Wall he got me excited. I like Paul, and then for the record, I like Paul Wall. Y'all give me 1 minute. Hold on, get my notebook. Okay, I got the notebook. Whoo! First order of business. We're gonna get to, so I don't retract. Success guilt started with blacks, slavery, house and field niggas. That's where it started. America's fascination with trash. What does it mean to be black to Paul Wall? What does it mean to be black to Paul Wall and other white folks? And if other points come to me, this is very interesting. But the first thing I want to address, success guilt. This started in slavery. You got the house niggas and you got the field niggas, right? And anytime you did well or obey the rules, anytime you're not acting like a field nigga is a rebel. A field nigga that ain't going with the go along, get along game. A field nigga is a one that's always gonna buck the system, right? A house nigga is the one that's gonna conform to the way things are in order to succeed. So this whole success guilt came from black folks. It's been rooted in our history. Anytime you talk proper, you're a house nigga. Anytime you obey the rules, especially if these rules came from white folks, you are a house nigga. Anytime you don't have the heart to talk back to white folks or buck the system or cheat the system, you a house nigga. Anytime you're just quiet and minding your business and getting stuff done, you a house nigga. A field nigga is the one that's acting a fool. The field nigga used to be intelligent. The field nigga used to have love and compassion for his folk. But these so-called field niggas, these apes, these buffoons, these chimpanzees, these are ones killing black folk. Make that make sense. You're mad at the house nigga because he has conformed to the ways of getting an education, not talking back, just getting in line, going with the program. You mad at him, but you field niggas ain't mad at the other field niggas who's wiping out black folks at an alarming rate. Raping black women. I'm not just talking about the blacks in America. I'm talking about all over Africa, all across the world. All the genocides that's happened in Africa was done by other black Africans. All the genocides, all the killings in America has been done by black folks killing other black folks. And have the nerve to make people feel guilty because they don't want to be a part of that. What you call a field nigga. That's not a field nigga. That's just an ignorant baboon. A field nigga is the one that's going to put his people first. A field nigga is the one that's going to come up with strategies and plots and plans to enhance the lifestyle of black people. Whether it's through strategies, whether it's through finesse, or whether it's through brutality. See, the field nigga used to have a brain, because I'm a field nigga, but in today's time, I would be considered a house nigga because the way I talk, articulate, the way I move, I'm all about my money, my beliefs, I'm all about God. A lot of black people hate God today, so I would be considered a house nigga today. But the traditional field nigga, the one I'm describing, would be Harriet Tubman. She had a plan, a strategy to get her people to a better place. And you know what this nigga girl said? Did you clearly understand what the nigga gal said? She said that if more of my people would have understood that they were slaves, I could have freed more of them. They thought living like that was normal. So I would like to ask Harriet Tubman, because see, Paul Wall got me going back into my roots. I would like to ask Harriet Tubman, so were you talking about the house niggas or the field niggas? Or both? I give y'all a few moments to sink that in, to let that ship sink in your ocean and you deal with it. Once again, when Harriet Tubman said, if only they have known they were slaves, if only they would have known they were slaves, I could have freed more of them. Meaning a lot of people didn't want to go with Harriet Tubman because they were going to a new place. Harriet Tubman's try to express to them that this ain't the way of living, but they rejected Harriet Tubman because they said, well, we like it here. We got food and we got family, even though they're shipping our husbands and our brothers off to plantation to plantation. They're just using these niggas just to breed. For some reason we don't want to leave here. That is scary. But like I said, she said, if only they would have known they were slaves, I would have freed more of them. Was she talking about the house niggas or the field niggas? Because the house nigga is a slave too. You think it's normal to betray your own people just so you can live in comfort? You a slave to the white man's system. Meaning that you're going to turn your back on your own people in order to appease your oppressor. You're a slave to comfortability. You a slave to materialism. The house slaves, the house niggas, they overall get better treatment. Now, I'm pretty sure the white man was raping them girls too up in there, raping the housemaids or forcing them to have sex with little nigga girls. But overall, they got treated way better than the field niggas. They were doing them black girls dirty out there, doing the black boys dirty too, doing the parents dirty too. Horrific things. So who is she talking to? The house nigga. You a slave. You're a slave to comfortability. You're a slave of your fear of standing up for yourself and doing what's right. You are a slave. I'm talking about the house nigga now. You are a slave to your own maze of finding your identity as a man or a woman. You're in a maze. You're a slave to your maze. A house nigga, you're in a maze. No matter where you go, you're going to be stuck here because you are afraid of going out there with your people. You are afraid to buck the system. So afraid that you begin to hate your own people. Right? You think you better. You really think these people like you. They're using you too. Because if they like you so much, why don't they let your ass free? Why don't you let your black ass free? Mr. House Slave, Mr. House Nigga, Mr. Bootlicker, Mr. I'ma butter your biscuits and shine your shoes because I don't want to get whipped, because I don't want to talk back. You're a slave. You're still a slave. House nigga, shame on you. And you field niggas, why didn't you go with Harriet Tubman? You field niggas, you so tough. The very system that you hate, you wouldn't even leave. The very system that you hate so much, you field niggas. You hate the white man. You ain't gonna kill him, but you're gonna talk mess behind him when he leave. You hate this system. You'll take those lashes. You don't mind getting whipped because you don't show them white boys you can take the pain. You're gonna show your sisters and cousins and brothers that they ain't gonna break you, and you ain't gonna go for the okadoke. They gonna have to kill you before they take your identity, take your manhood, right? I get it, and that's very admirable. But if you hate this system so much, why didn't you leave when Harriet Tubman granted you an opportunity to get off the damn plantation, the runaway slave, the Underground Railroad? The underground, she said, I would have freed, if only they would have known they were slaves, I would have freed more of them. They didn't even know they were slaves. So this is very alarming because I'm like, it's an identity crisis. This is what Paul Wall is bringing up. It's an identity crisis because his idea of black people is just being fly, having big booty hoes. This is some slave shit. Um, big booty hoes, and I know that black women are so fine. They come in all different shades. God have made them so beautiful. They're curvaceous from their lips to their hips. Black women and all the other ethnic groups besides Latinos, because most of Latinos are black, so they very shaped. Them Puerto Rican girls built like sisters, Dominicans are built like sisters, Brazilian girls are built like sisters. So the Latina nation, most of them are black. So, but all of the Asian girls want curves. They want big booties. The white girls, the Middle East, they're all trying to mimic the black woman, because the black man, the white man, the Asian, they want some ass when they get behind there. When it gets nasty, when it gets down to the nitty gritty in that bedroom, they want to bounce on something, bounce, or they want something bouncing on them, jiggling. We want some that jiggles. So, where was I? There's an identity crisis. House nigga, field nigga. Black people want to be white people want to be black. Success, and then going back to the second point where I'm at. Success, let me wrap this point up. Success came from the success guilt. So now this laid out the division and confusion. Started in slavery. So anytime a black person, I don't know what time period specifically this came about, but anytime a black person is successful or striving for success in the white man in corporate America, they're called company man. Company man is another word for house nigga. You know, because you're listening to a white man in order to get some money. Right? And I see that to a degree. We should be owning our own things, but the very people that call blacks company men, where's your business? Where's your legitimate business? A lot of these people are drug dealers. Man, I don't go to work. I ain't working for them white folks. I ain't working for the white folks. I'm going to sell poisonous drugs to black folk and get that money. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause see, I ain't getting on that clock. I'm gonna get on Section 8, right? This the plan. I'm gonna get on Section 8 so my rent be dirt cheap. And I'm gonna call Pookie and Ray Ray and them. They're gonna that's the plug. Pookie and Ray Ray. Them niggas got the good. They got that gas. They got that fire. They got that perk. They got that kush. They got everything I need. They got that heroin. They got that fentanyl. And I'm going to push it in my own community to make sure my people get sick. To make sure black women get so addicted that their teeth start falling out. To make sure black women get so addicted to the heroin that they start selling their bodies for it. They start sleeping with men for it. Whole bunch of men for it. I'm going to get men and women so hooked on crack that they become homeless. No, their family members don't want to deal with them because they stinking. They stink. Their hygiene has degraded. They're doing God knows what for a fix. Every time they come around, something coming up missing. Nobody wants to deal with them. They're out on the street. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Say I'm not gonna get on that clock. I'm gonna push some of the worst poison on my own people to let them white folks know I ain't gonna get on their clock. See, remember that the retardation I was telling you about in the black community? You're clowning a man that goes to work and do it the right way. You're clowning him. You see him as a sign of weakness, but where's your legitimate business? So going back to what I was saying, success guilt. A lot of blacks, they feel guilty because for some reason they feel guilty because other blacks are bums. They have a fucked up ass mentality, and only God can help them if they want the help. You know, we can help them too. We can get them. We can show them the way. But our job is to show these niggas to the source, and the source is God, Christ, Holy Spirit, and the Word of God, which is the Holy Bible. Going back to what I said earlier, most black people hate God anyway. In these times, they have aligned themselves with the LGBTQ. They have aligned themselves with political parties that hate their black ass. They have aligned themselves with other religions that preach antichrist rhetoric, right? The only way you get to heaven if you accept Jesus Christ. So most black people have turned their back on Christ. They have accepted the LGBTQ, have given their souls to these politicians, have given their souls to depression, have given their souls to self-pity. This is what it means to be black. Feeling sorry for yourself. Trash. Selling dope. Angry. Frustration. So I don't know. So this is the core of being black in America. This is just dealing with us. We ain't even talk about white supremacy. We haven't talked about white folks putting boots in the nigga ass. We haven't talked about mass incarceration. We haven't talked about how much money the bail bonds have made off the black community in America in general, because it's mass incarceration. They locking up white folks too, but it's really in the black community. How much money these prisons have made off the destruction of broken homes. How much money prisons have made off of broken homes, broken black families. A lot of blacks, try to make other blacks feel good. Oh, you think you better than somebody, house nigga. You think you better than somebody. Oh, you a company man. You just do what them white folks say. That's evil, right? Because if you a real nigga, you like, I'm a field niggas. I'm like, damn, brother, I see you handling your business, but I understand that you gotta do what you gotta do. We gotta survive, right? But I see that you carving a new way, a new path for your babies. I'm talking about, I'm a real field nigga. Me, Michael T. Porter, I'm a real field nigga. A real field nigga is gonna buck the system, but he also has intelligence and also can distribute brutality. He can take brutality, but he also knows how to use his brain and understand the overall goal. The overall goal is to make a better life for the future black children. So a field nigga like me, yeah, I ain't gonna go to work. I'm gonna sell my dope. But just because I'm selling dope, I'm not gonna tear that man down. Or even if I'm robbing and stealing, like, damn, I see a brother, he out there, when he come home from work, I'm like, damn, that nigga work 16 hours a day, 12, let's say, 16, work 2 jobs, 2 full shifts, and as a real field nigga, I'm looking at, damn, what, it took him 16 hours to get what I made in 4 hours. I'm still making more money than him, but look what I'm doing to my community. As a real field nigga, this is how I'm looking at, like, damn, I see all these other niggas clowning him. He got his uniform, he's going to work, and the time in between, he's going to school, and the time in between that, he's going to church. Like, damn, like, but I see what he's doing with his money. His babies are clean. When he come home, I see when I'm walking by, I got my nice car. We both got nice cars, but it's not what you got, it's how you get it, As a field nigga, I'm peeping game. I got me a cool little Cadillac. I'm sitting on something nice. But but I'm peeping game. This man gets up every single day, and I'm seeing his babies grow. We've been in the same neighborhood, and as a field nigga, like I said, I can see the big picture. He's gonna leave here. See, a lot of black people have self-pity. One, they have self-pity because they're lost. They're in a maze because they hate God, right? Christ. They're antichrist. Or they have no desire to build a relationship with Christ. That's where it starts. But besides all that, a lot of blacks, they know that certain blacks are going to leave. And it's the crab in the bucket mentality, right? So when you talk about Paul Wall being, it all ties into what Paul Wall's saying. I don't know what he sees when he say he thought he was black. This what being black is. See that nigga, like the real field nigga, like, you know what? This man gets up every morning, but I see his kids growing. We've been in the same neighborhood for about 4 years, and I know, I can feel it. I can see he's gonna leave here. But I'm a real field nigga. I ain't gonna tear that man down. I'm gonna go over there and say, like, look, man. I just want to say, from a black man to another black man, keep doing your thing, man. I see how you handle them black babies. I see how you got them, walking the straight and narrow. I see how you installing that masculinity in them. I see how they always looking good. I see how the respect that you command from your black boys, and I see the love that you pour into your daughters, man. That's what it's all about. I'm a real field nigga. Going back to what I was saying, it's all about unity, but it's just the field niggas are just upfront with it, right? So as a field nigga, the whole point of us bucking is fighting against these folks, is fighting against the system so we can have what? A better future for our black children. So as a field nigga, I sell dope, but I see what this black man doing. He's sharp, his head's in the books, he's going to church. Like, damn, this man is on it. Who am I to call this man out his name? Who am I to try to tear this man down? But in the black community, success guilt is running rampant because there's a lot of bums in our community. Yes, there's a lot of black folks doing well, and there's a lot of bums. Not just in the black community in America. America has a fascination with failure. America has a fascination with failure. This is why people hate Michael Jordan, because he's a winner. Everything's about winning. He wasn't there to hold your hand. A lot of brothers from the street, they thought he was like whitewashed. He was polished. He was a company man. He's a house nigga. He has no affiliation with black folks. It's all about money and basketball. That's his damn job. God damn it, he's a goddamn basketball player. His job is to win and entertain you niggas. And entertain you white folks. And entertain the world and put on the show. That's his job. He's focused on basketball. See what I mean? Black folks hate successful athletes. They hate successful doctors, black athletes, black pilots. Oh, you think you better than somebody? Think you better than somebody. Here's the thing what they don't tell you. Other field niggas hate on other field niggas. I'm talking about the rebels. I'm talking about the modern field nigga, not the intelligent nigga like me. I'm talking about them dumbass niggas. Oh yes, the hood niggas, the street niggas, they hate on each other. They hate everything. They hate other hood niggas. They hate successful blacks. They hate black children. They just hateful, poor-minded, self-pity driven individuals. Not all black folk, but a lot of them. And America has taken this. The reason why I'm saying all this, America has taken this and created a culture to where we have to look down and look back when we should be looking up and looking forward. America has taken black folks as the pinnacle of trash and glorified trash. Right? Glorify trash, glorify the drugs, glorify killing, glorify going to jail, glorify everything. So this is what it means to be black to most white folks. Being tough. You know, I'm tough because I went to jail. You know, I'm tough because I killed another black man. I'm tough because, you know, I broke the law. Fascination with trash is what black people are used for. Once again, fascination. America has used black folks, destroyed black folks, has made black folks a life a living hell, and then used our pains as glory to attract other cultures. For the life of me, see, what does third, to bring me to my third point. So we understood how the trash came about from slavery. Then we understood how America uses this as a way to glorify trash, to they use this trash, glorify this trash as big money because they want more blacks going to jail. They want more people going to jail. They use black people as a way to glorify crime. You know, the jewelry, the gold teeth, and the Lamborghinis. 90% of street niggas are broke. 95. I want to say 9. I want to say 90. Them niggas is broke. It's not broke because I'm talking about the go-getters. 90% of the go-getters. Not every street nigga. When we talk about street niggas, we're talking about there's people that smoke crack. They're street niggas. They rob people. When we talking about streets, it's a jungle. Everybody's up to no good. But I'm talking about the hustlers. 90 to 95% of hustlers are broke. You may see them with the nice car. You might see them with the chains. The reason why they broke, because they ass gotta keep paying legal fees. They ass gotta keep paying for lawyers. They gotta keep paying bail bonds. Those lawyer fees, going to court, that shit adds up on the nigga ass real quick. You're talking about thousands of dollars. You know how hard it was to get that $15,000? You know how hard it was to get that $30,000? Half of that's going to a lawyer. And then, okay, you're going to sit down for 3 years. Who's going to hold down the house while you're gone? Your lady going to have to get some money. So now you got like, damn, you know you got to go to court. You know you're about to do this time. You got to hustle. Let's say you do get another 20 racks, 30 racks. That's for that's for just living expenses. That's not even including the money you're gonna have to give your woman so she can put it back on your books. That's if she does it. That's if she does it. That's if she don't take your money and run off with another man. Do you hear what I'm saying? 90% of these niggas are broke because they keep going back to jail. The system is designed to break your ass. You gotta keep paying these lawyers, bail bonds. You got give money to your friends or your girlfriend so they can put money on your books so you ain't starving in there. That's a whole bunch of money, right? Not only that, to take care of you still got, especially if you got kids or you got an operation, you still Gotta keep that going. You gotta keep the lights on. You gotta keep food for your babies. If you got kids, they need school. That when you go to jail, life doesn't stop out here. All that money that you work for, all that's going to the lawyers and the courts. And taking care of yourself. That ain't going to your house. That ain't going to your rim. Now you gotta, baby, they took the car. Things are slowing up. This is a horrible lifestyle. But it's glorified because, you know, it's cool. They make it look cool in the videos. Now, Paul Wall, I don't know what he sees. My third point, I don't know what he sees as black and how I described it. I don't think he sees blacks as, I think see blacks are just having fun. And that's mostly what it comes down to, just having fun and looking cool and being smooth. And because black people are, once again, America has painted the image of black people as just entertainers. We're just fun people. We're not serious people. We're not serious about our children. We're not serious about investing. We're not serious about building. We're not serious about infrastructure. We are not serious about science. We're not serious about mathematics. We are not serious about unity. We're not serious about keeping the money circulating in the black community. We're not serious about nothing but just looking cool, looking fly. It's cool to not care. And this is what the image through the songs and Hollywood and the music industry, black people are known for not really giving a damn, just looking good, looking fly, having a lot of sex, having a lot of money, and doing dope. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think Paul Wall is more on the black side as far as looking good, looking fly, you know, and just being tough when it's time to be, you know, just being tough, you know, just, you know, willing to fight, willing to shoot, smash big booty hoes and get money. What about the science? What about the mathematics? What about the engineering? What about the infrastructures? What about putting our name on building homes, starting our own, home contracts? Like we build homes, black-owned home builders, black-owned home builders. Or black-owned construction company. We build offices, we build homes, we do a little bit of everything. So when the image of black, especially black men and black women, look at the music videos. We're not serious people. So I think Paul Wall's more on the fun side, being tough, looking fly, and that's pretty much it. And you're black, hey, talking like you're ignorant. I'm not saying Paul Wall. Like I said, I like Paul Wall. I'm just talking about overall. This is what you gotta dumb yourself down because black people are dumb and, you know, they're criminals. It's just a whole bunch of trash, bruh. So I'm not saying that I think Paul Wall think black people are trash. I just think that the culture of rims, and especially in Houston, out here in the South. I'm in Dallas. Shout out mother effing Dallas. Shout out Houston. When you talking about grills, flashy cars, having a lot of women, and being tough. That's it. I think on that side, and the music, the women, the weed. I don't think Paul Wall smokes, but it was Swisher House. I think he smoked back in the day when Paul Wall was fat. Paul Wall was a monster. Paul Wall, Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Houston was putting it down. Bun B, Pimp C, them niggas was putting it down. Like I said, I have no smoke with Paul Wall. I'm just saying. I'm just curious what he think about black folk. When he think about black folk, does he think about Frederick Douglass? Does he think about black pilots? Does he think about black doctors, black engineers? Does he think about the black father in the household that comes home and work hard all day? I don't think so. I think when he's talking about he wants to be a nigga, right? So I don't think he's black. All the good things I'm talking about, that's black. All the horrible things, horrible traits, that's usually associated with niggas. So I think he identifies himself as niggas, trash. Because back in the day, like I said, field niggas used to be the revolutionaries. The field niggas used to have the overall understanding, have the overall goal in mind is black unity. The field nigga was the one on the front lines, ain't taking no shit from the system. So just because Paul Wall white, that doesn't mean you're not allowed to rebel. There's a lot of white people that hate the system because they ass getting locked up too. They getting screwed over too. They getting taxed to death too. So there's a lot going on just in that little clip. And it's from the Breakfast Club. I'll leave the link, but there's a lot going on. You know, how does he view black folks? Is he a nigga? It's more on the nigga side, having fun, smoking dope, dancing. That's nigga shit, right? But I don't think he associates himself with intellect and discipline and black militant. When he think of black people, does he think about all the blacks that have served in the military? Blacks have served in every war that the U.S. has been involved with. And even though the blacks fought for the country, when we went to war, it was still segregated. Make that make sense. We have a common goal to protect America, but even then, it's still segregated. The white soldiers on this side, the black soldiers on this side, but we have a common interest. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So there's a lot that Paul Wall just opened up. How does he view black people? Do y'all think, y'all flood my comments, do y'all think Paul Wall views himself as a nigga or views himself as a black person? I think he views himself as a nigga. I don't think he views himself as a black man. He views himself as a nigga. But y'all flood my comments. Shout out to Paul Wall. Shout out to Houston once again. Those of you have been rocking me since day one, I appreciate y'all. Those of you that have just found the channel, I appreciate y'all too. We're only going to go up. Share the channel. Share. Tell somebody about it. I got great things coming to this channel. I got so much coming your way. 250 capital G, Rooted in Music TV podcast. I'm gone.